Man, what's good, y'all? I'm at Radio Super this morning, about to do an interview. About to get to them, man. More promotion for Friday Night Lights and everything else that I'm doing, man. You're watching Poetry in Motion.
Welcome to my world. Drop. Welcome to our world. We live to love, to loathe, to laugh and like. Seasons change as time flies, alright. High on melodic frequencies, I survive. Kneeling on the cloud, I see my light, don't let me drop. Welcome to our world. A bowl of sobriety and hell, life at its finest. So overly obsessive with the passion reminded. Like an accident time will leave you stuck in confinement. I've been in and out of this game maze, Matrix Monopoly. I done pit past goat, they been on me property. And Mr. Anderson and Neo never seem to have privacy. But fuck a blue and a red pill, rather roll than med kill. Still switch my schedule till I stay up ahead until I drop.
That internet ADD, man, is like a serious thing. You got so many different directions that your attention can be pulled into. So it's like, man, you got to do something to keep people engaged, keep your attention. Hey, pay attention to me. For real, I think that I almost feel like social media is like high school all over again, man. It's people jockeying for attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look at me. Likes. Yeah, jockeying for likes and attention, man. It's like a popularity contest, which is which is cool. But the sad thing is, you get those people who you can always kind of tell the people who did not or were not popular in high school. You know what I mean? You can always tell who those people are. It's just real funny, man. Like people who have never gotten attention. They do anything for attention, man. It's crazy. They say babies cry for it, men die for it. Attention. That's how it works.
We got the brother Cosmic Cadence in the building. What's going on with you, family, man? How you been?
Man, I'm living, man. Just trying to make it one day at a time, trying to figure it out, carving a lane for myself out here in these AZ streets.
Yeah.
Trying to bring people along with me, folks, doing
right.
their own thing too. It's all good.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, definitely, man, your brother definitely about his business. I mean, when I first met you, it was at Cultivate Culture. Was it at the 9 Gallery?
Yeah, the 9 Gallery, man.
Okay,
Very first spot that I linked up with you guys at Cultivating Culture last year this time, as a matter of fact, man. Happy anniversary, Dean 3.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary of knowing you.
God, man. So it's been...
I don't know nothing about none of this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah? You don't want to invite y'all up.
No, is it Mother Earth stuff?
Some of it.
Yeah, some of it, yeah.
You don't care nothing about that? You would rather live on top of the earth than talking about the essence of the earth, right? All the food is on top of the earth, on top of the planet.
We dealing with Lefty, guy.
Yeah.
This is yin and yang right here. You haven't figured this out.
Yeah, I see.
But, he makes things interesting. Yeah, man. So, all right, Cosmic. Let's introduce yourself, brother. Tell the people where you from, where you came, how long you been out here.
Right.
What's your mission, bro?
Yeah, born and raised in Washington, D.C., man. Been out here for 3 years. It'll be 3 years, actually, next month. Moved out to Arizona, to Phoenix specifically, to manage operations for an entertainment company. After working 6 years for that company, just a year out here, 5 years on the East Coast, I walked away from that, man. I needed some balance. I was kind of forced, put in a situation where I had to walk away. Thankfully, because it made me stand on my own too, and kind of try to figure out, man. I decided I was going to be a poet after that. So, man, I've written hundreds of poems. I'm just going to be a poet.
A damn good one.
I appreciate that. I say I'm gonna just travel around and I'm gonna do poetry, and people gonna love it, and I'm gonna publish some books, and people gonna buy them, and it's gonna be dope. And the reception I've been met with on the internet, or that I was, after that, leading up to that, man, was pretty dope. So I was able to sit home for a few months and do nothing else but just sell books online. It was incredible. And then I started to realize that I couldn't just make money doing that. I needed to do something else. Once the book sales started to slow down, I was like, wait a minute, there's got to be something else I can do to make money.
Write another book.
Write another book, right? Well, you see, that seems like the perfect solution, right? But at that point, when I decided to actually do something different, I was already like 6 books in. So I was letting the book go almost seem like every other month, just to kind of keep people going. And I said, man, that formula wasn't smart. At that rate, I was going to be up to like six to 8 books a year, publishing, self-publishing. So I said, that can't work. It's got to be something else that I can do. So I stepped out to do some performances. I said, I got to get from behind the device, stop hiding behind the internet, and kind of get out and connect with people. So, that's how I came across, the likes of the Cultivating Culture, Open Mic, and those, and the mighty DJ D and 3. Getting out and engaging the community that way, man, it's been pretty dope. Making connections and making contacts, and I spent an entire year out here just performing at events, sort of using my voice as a poet, getting recognition, gaining some traction, that sort of thing, and doing events for free. And then after a year, I realized, man, I can't keep doing this. I can't have these promoters with my performance life in their hand, because I'm thinking I could just go to events and perform, and I'll be able to sell books and CDs and stuff like that at the end. Yeah. And then events started being shaky. I'm like, damn, is the event going to be this week, or is it not? Is it going to be canceled, or are they actually going to have it?
Yeah. Hey, so after all, this is Arizona. Right?
Yeah, this is Arizona, man. So consistency is actually, what I found to be really interesting about Arizona is that consistency is important here. And that's not a knock on Arizona. The people in Arizona want something to be consistent, or they don't show up to support it. So if it's not consistent, shout out to the folks and AZ for holding you to a standard out here. They're like, man, don't give me nothing flaky. If I get dressed, or if I have the notion or the desire to come out, you better be having this event. And if you ain't, I'm not coming. Don't just miss me with the flyer. Don't even send it to me. So so after a year of performing, man, I decided to jump into the arena of hosting events. That's actually why I moved out here so professionally. With that entertainment company, we hosted events in different cities every single week. So we fly into a different city and host these auditions for kids. Okay. So I'm not hosting auditions for kids or adults at this point, but I have created a platform with the events that I host to give artists an opportunity to shine, to showcase their abilities. To do that kind of thing. So.
Right, and that's Friday Night Lights. Yeah?
Friday Night Lights, yeah. Friday Night Lights, man, is my baby. Sat down actually on December 31st, 2014, man, coming into this year, I sat down and I said, you know what? It's got to be something else I can do, like. I got to be able to make some money doing something else. So, I knew at that point that...
So it's always cocaine dealing.
Yeah, it's always cocaine dealing, man, but that lead to penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? The different kind of bricks that you be hiding behind, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to live that life right there. I ain't about that life, as they say, man. I can't do that, man. I ain't about that life right there, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you lose too much behind them bricks, man, so...
Yeah.
But, so I sat down and devised a plan, man. I said, you know what? I need to host an event this year. I got to do my own event, not from the standpoint of wanting to step on toes out here. I was just saying I can't only perform at events that other people are hosting, man. I have to have a bit of control over my performance life. Right. And then I also wanted to create platforms for other people to shine, because there's just some amazing talent, man, out here in Arizona. So it's incredibly talented people. Shout out to all of the artists in Arizona, man. Not everybody's. Not everybody out here is an amateur artist, which is contrary to popular belief. People feel like if you don't have a deal, then technically you're like an amateur, and that's not always the case, man. There's some incredibly talented individuals, man, who deserve record deals, etc., or industry acclaim or fame.
All right. So rewind back a little bit. I'm talking about books.
Yeah.
All right. So like tell people, where you coming from in these books, man? Like, I know you're a poet. you got a lot of shit going on, and I want to get into it all.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, even your activism too.
Yeah, everything, man.
You're not just a cat that just be out here talking.
Holy moly, man.
I see you in places.
I'm all over the place, man.
So in the books, man, go ahead and give us an overview.
Yeah, to this point, man, I've actually published 4 books of poetry. And my poetry ranges from everything, man, from love to the political activism to life, relationship stuff, all kinds of stuff. Here goes left out the way. I love how to say the dumbassness out here.
No, actually, the one that got me was the love. You know what I mean?
Love,
because I believe that people don't love you. People love what you can do for them.
No, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
And when I say that, most people look at me like I'm crazy, but you're from the East Coast.
Right.
You get the slang.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. That's true, man.
Free Jody.
To a degree, I feel like, the depth of people's love only goes as far as, whatever it is that you can do for them or what you do for them specifically. So, that's true. I can agree with that.
I know you talk about it too.
Yeah. I go into it. I go into it. So 4 books of poetry to this point. I've written a relationship self-help book also called Y'all Got the Game Up. Yeah, y'all got the game fucked up. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like people, got it twisted, man, mentally, emotionally, you know, the whole nine. But not many people even spend time preparing for a relationship before they get into it. So you don't even know who you are, you know, coming into the deal. So, you know, I kind of wrote a book, about that, man, to give people some basis, some kind of platform, you know, some basis of beginning, you know, some space to kind of figure it out.
I mean, when you sit back and think about it, I think this thing is real simple. You know what I mean? These bitches want one thing.
What they want, left? What they want, left? Talk to them, left.
It's several different things.
Disclaimer, y'all.
You know, they want the nice house with the white picket fence,
Right.
the dog, the children.
Right.
The only thing that the X factor is you. Hello. How you gonna kick somebody out of some shit that you ain't paid for?
Hey, love, you know the lesson that you really, you know, the underlying message, man, that you really giving right there is keep it all in your name, right?
Exactly.
That's what I hear while you talking, man.
Exactly.
Left dropping
This
game.
is classic.
Left dropping game, right? You like keep it in your name, champ.
This is classic, man. I got Cosmic Cadence over here, you know
Yes,
what
sir.
I mean?
Yes, sir.
And him Lefty is chopping it up, you know. It's two different worlds, but, you know, it's kind of like the same world. You know, so
It's only one world, baby. Only one world.
Listen, man. I told this chick the other day. Any dude can get any chick. You know
Yeah.
why? Because the only thing you bitches care about is money.
Right.
That's all you give a fuck about.
At
The
end of day,
ugliest
right?
man in the world become the beautifulest man in the world when he got billions.
It's crazy, man. Like, look, Left. I ain't even in the space of. I don't have a problem acknowledging that another man is handsome, though, right? But I remember Chris Rock, man, when he was Pookie on New Jack.
Yeah.
And then what happened is, you know what I mean?
What happened was...
He cashed that check.
What had happened was, yeah, the brother started shining a little bit, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it's like, Chris Rock kind of cute. I was like, what?
Hold on, though. That was like that Master Ace rhyme. He was like, you know, the money made Sam Cassell look like Denzel.
Oh, man, come on. Yes, sir.
That's the classic.
What he say? What he say?
He said the money made Sam Cassell look like Denzel.
Shout out to Sam Cassell,
Yeah.
Baltimore, close to home.
Oh, man.
shout
But
out
you,
to
you know what the problem is that bitches don't want to admit it.
Right.
Just admit that you's a dog dealing the cut throwing a piece of shit.
And all right,
And
on that note,
that'll make the world so much better. Like.
One last thing, dude. One last
go
thing.
back. All right, some music.
At the end of the day,
Right.
it was Eve
Uh-huh.
that ate the apple first.
Right.
Women fucked our shit up from the gate.
God,
They need to be penalized for this
all
shit.
right, well, you know, if you subscribe to that, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna come back.
Those are
to
the words of
some-
Those are the words of Lefty.
Yeah,
You will not
right.
find any of that content in the books of Cosmic Cadence.
That's right, disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. I might laugh at it, you know what I mean? But it ain't in my books. I'm just trying to say. You know what? The name. It's interesting. The name Cosmic Cadence. I used to write poetry for years. I wrote maybe 400 or 500 poems under the name The Poet Six.
Okay.
And it was 6 SI XX. The double X was a play on my height, 6'6". And you know, the more I looked at that, I was like, that looked kind of.
You fucking with the homie. You fucking with the
I
homie.
was
Say it.
yeah, I was like, nah, I was like,
You know
nah,
what
I
I
can't
mean?
do
10
that.
years
Right?
ago, this Illuminati talk wasn't even, you know, everybody would think you was crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? The devil used to be an angel.
Yeah,
of course, right?
yeah.
He used to be a
According to
good
the
guy.
Yeah, actually still is. Because
Yeah.
you can't lose angelship. I think that's one point that people miss.
Yeah, they missed it. Yeah.
You can't lose angelship, man. Once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
you can't lose it, man.
Well, hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
So continue with the
But yeah, so the
this is
name.
interesting.
So I changed the name. I was sitting up thinking in that space of saying, hey man, I'm gonna be a poet full time. I'm gonna just go around and people are gonna know me as a poet, but under what name? And I said the Poet Six doesn't work. No, it's not gonna work. So I was in my mind saying I'm gonna have to find another name, somehow, something else to call myself. Use my legal name just wasn't an option for me.
Okay.
And so one morning I woke up and I'm laying there in the bed and Cosmic and Cadence just sort of popped in my head all at once, and I was like, Cosmic Cadence, let me see if somebody actually has that name. And I Googled it, and the only thing that I could find of the Cosmic and Cadence was an old Beatles song. And I was like, wow, that's pretty dope. And I listened to it, and the lyrics were nothing. I don't even know if it was a Beatles song at this point. It was somebody. Maybe I'm giving the Beatles credit, and they don't deserve it.
Wow.
But the song just kept repeating the words Cosmic Cadence over and over again. And there was no lyrics, and that was it. And I was like, what? So I obviously used it as a play on words for me, or a play on the Q in my legal last name. I changed the C's in Cosmic and Cadence to Q's. So QOSMICQADENCE. Follow a brother on social media, man. Do some stuff. Yeah. So the name in essence chose me. You know, I talk to folks all the time about the name. A lot of people here, they love it. They're like, oh man, it's pretty clever. I like that, the cosmic and the cadence. But the way that I kind of justify the name and break it down for myself, I'm a fucking space cadet. So I'm out there, man. But I'm crazy enough to do things and understand that you know, things don't just happen for you in life. You have to make things happen. And in that space, you know, I realized that my purpose is vast. You know, my purpose is infinite. I've long grown up with that sort of crazy notion, like I'm bigger than, you know, a 9 to 5. I'm bigger than just living a mundane existence. And then you know, the cadence part comes in with you know, I definitely march to the beat of my own drum, and other people are seemingly often apt to follow. So I understand the power of words, man. Learned that at a very young age, saying some things about my friends and classmates, or saying some things to them rather about religion, and having them sort of change their views. You know, so I understood that sometimes it's not always what you're saying, is how you say it. You know, so that cadence of how you kind of let things go.
Cadence.
Yeah. So that method of operating, you know, is kind of, you know, what I lean to the most with the cadence, not necessarily what I say.
I think a lot of times, man, me myself, you know, when I speak the word,
Right.
People are so upset with the harshness of how I deliver it,
Right.
that they don't even listen to the message.
That's right. They get
know,
lost.
They get lost because they brain dead.
Right.
You know, and you know, it's interesting.
Right.
But see, here's the thing: like, if I speak politely and nicely, you know what they say?
What's that?
What's the matter with left?
Oh wow.
When I put up a nice post
All right.
celebrating these dirty bitches, it gets no likes.
When you slam them.
When I slam them
Yeah.
for the dumb shit that they do,
Right.
everybody got something to say.
But you know what though, Left? That's like yeah, my grandmother would say, if she said you throw a rock into a pack of dogs, and you know the one that was hit, you know, by the one that hollered. You know what I mean? So the one that hollered is the one that got hit. So that's what happens, man, with those posts. Is that you throwing rocks in a pack of fucking dogs, man. And the ones that holler is the ones you hit. You ain't right. You ain't this. You ain't nobody. And that ain't true. Yes, it is.
And is that?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, because the pain is so it hits so close to home. You feel the pain at the crib.
Yeah.
You know I'm speaking the truth.
Right.
The word
Resonates.
of Lefty.
Yeah. The
Free
word of
Jody.
From the book of Lefty.
God, man, this is poetry. Like I said, the thing that was interesting to me is the activism that you're involved with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I saw you at a few events, man. I mean, definitely, I saw you at the 10 Wise joint.
Right.
You did a lot out here, like regarding like some bills that they was passing.
Yeah, man.
Passing them, like for the police.
Yeah, that secret police bill that they try to sneak through. They'll probably try to push it through again, man. When session starts up here in a couple months, they were trying to push this SB 1445 through here, which would have given police 90 days. Then they reduced it down to 60 days of anonymity in the event that they choke one of our ass out or kill somebody. And I'm like, anybody, black, white, green, red, purple, orange, didn't matter what color you were. And you know, people sort of passively sat back like, well, they're just gonna do what they want to do anyway. There's no sense in us arguing about it. Brain dead, Left. Just fucking idiots, man. Just complete imbeciles in this
I like this
soil.
dude, man. I like this dude.
So we battle with those people about that, man. I mean, going into to those committee hearings and sitting before Congress here, the local Senate and Congress, state senators and congressional members of that legislature, and it was mind-blowing, man, that people would passively sit by and just allow something that critical to pass, man. And it was unconscionable. I sat down even with the senator, the state senator Steve Smith, make you famous, you joker.
Yes.
I sat down across from him, man, and actually talked to him about. I actually proposed some amendments to the piece of legislation that he was trying to kind of push through, and I said, hey, well, if you want the police to have, you know, anonymity for 90 days or 60 days, I want the citizen to have that same benefit. So I don't want you guys releasing this information to the media. I don't want you guys slandering this person. You know, I don't want this person to be tried before the court of public opinion either. You know, before the grand jury is even convened,
Yeah.
they're already slamming these people on the news saying, well, DJ DN3 stole this, and he has a criminal record of blah. He slapped his baby mother. He's done. And
They
you
good
already
for
look
that.
like a villain,
Yeah,
you know,
they good for
before the grand jury is even
And
convened.
that's what they did to Jody.
That's what they do to everybody, man. No,
Yeah,
it's true.
It's true.
That's
It's
true, man. They do
You
it to
know,
all of us, man.
The media. Why do you think? You know, I'm gonna show you a video
Mm-hmm.
of some big time news people out here. I'm talking about people you see on billboards slamming me,
Yeah.
little old me.
Yeah, I can believe it, man. They gotta silence you, man. They like passive Negroes out here, man. So I had to sit across from those jokers and say, tell them.
And the difference between that, hold on, no, he said passive Negro. That's all right. The difference between all right, there's a difference in being ignorant to everything that's going on.
Right.
But when you know shit on from your face, and you know you can change that, and you being passive.
Yeah,
That's
sad,
different.
sad, man.
That's different.
That's sad. It's like I'm like, who the fuck are you people, man?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
where do you get off? Like, where's your backbone? Stand up. If not for you, but for these babies, man. Like it's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? If we don't use our existence to change it.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, the next generation is doomed for destruction because we got brain dead mothers
God.
raising kids to react like they're reacting.
Right.
You know?
Becoming products of their environment.
It's lucky science, man.
Yeah, no. That's real talk, though. That's real talk, whether it's the moms or the dads, man. Because you know what? I think it's even more damnable. You know, people, like, we always talk about deadbeat dads and blah, right? Or society, you know, kicks that around. But I think it's even more damnable for babies to be brought up. You know what? Some of these kids are better off without a dad. Because it's damnable to have a poor example of a man in your household than it is to not have a man at all. You know, you'd be better off not to have a man at all in your household than to have a piss poor bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, who's your example of what a man is. That's crazy.
Cosmic Cadence got Lefty, DJ DN3 off the cuff. We'll be right back. Special guest in the house. Cosmic Cadence.
Yeah. But shout out to Radio Super, man. Shout out to DJ D&3. Shout out to Lefty.
Thank you.
Shout out to you guys for having me, man. Seriously, you guys are doing your thing
we,
here.
we was talking about getting you on here for a minute, and we got you. And definitely, this has been a great show so far.
Legendary.
Man, crazy. It's crazy. I know you got a lot of good things to talk about too. So it's definitely going to be a part 2 soon. So
I got a quality question here.
Yeah.
You know, they're having a thing that I believe is on the 19th at 11 o'clock, I believe. I think it's Monday at 11 o'clock. And it's called Out in Hip Hop.
Out in hip hop.
Yeah, it's centered around homosexuality within the hip hop community. Now, my question to you is,
What? Is that true?
yes, it's coming on Monday
Wow.
on the 11th.
Yeah, I heard
The
about
first
that.
homosexual couple just appeared on Love and Hip Hop.
Wow.
You know, Miles and Christopher Milan. Shout out to them dudes doing their thing. You know, I ain't a hater. But my question to you is, do you believe that hip hop is homophobic? Think about that question before you answer.
You know what?
Brother?
I do not believe that hip hop is homophobic. I just think that it's a different mentality, and you know that hip hop was sort of raised in, which is the same mentality that I have. I'm 38 years old, so I say this all the time, man. So thanks for asking that question, because I'm gonna relate this to hip hop too. We were raised in a different generation.
Yeah.
So there were 3 gay people in my high school. 3. Shout out to those people, right? That's you.
Open gay?
Yeah, openly gay,
Open
man.
gay.
Shout out to openly, flamboyantly gay people. 3 of them. And you know, you can't, come on, man. All that coming out of the closet. I'm like, you was already gay. We knew it if you weren't. You know what I mean? Like it's no surprise. Like some dude showed up one day, was like, I'm gay. Like, what? No way. Come on, man.
Yeah, I remember
So
they used
3.
to bomb first on people, like beat them up and everything, man.
But 3 in my high school.
Yeah.
I went back home to DC like a year ago, man. I'm downtown in Chinatown, and there was like 40 gay teenagers. 40. I'm not exaggerating. 40, all in a clique. 40, man. Where do you get 40 people to all of a sudden just decide that they're gay? Like, where does that happen? How does that happen? How does that occur? So I just think that it's generational. It's a different kind of mentality. So now, you know, what we have happening in hip hop is the same transformation that's taking place in the world. It's the same shift. It's no different. Should gay people be allowed to do whatever they want to do, absolutely. Right, but where does it come from? So I don't think that hip hop can be vilified for being homophobic, or it can be praised for being accepting of homosexual activity in reality.
Here's my thing: is I feel like if we take, do you feel like society is pushing it on the younger generation?
You motherfucking right, I am.
Because the younger generation, how do you know what you want to be at that age?
Everybody's confused. You're going through so much stuff, man. But if the prevalent imagery that you see and the stuff that you see on TV from your favorite characters on every fucking show, you got two men kissing or two ladies. It's like, come on, man. You're brainwashing these people. Everybody understands what the media does, man. By and large, it's a wicked game, man. It's a wicked game of mind control. People can feel however they want to feel about it. Everybody's entitled to their own thing. But I'm like, leave the babies be, man. Let the babies make decisions on their own. Don't steer them in a direction. You know what I mean? Don't just throw them in a car that going down a road in a direction that you want them to go into.
What's y'all look on that, D3? Do you feel that hip hop is homophobic?
I mean, I'm kind of siding with Cadence on that. I mean, homophobic in the sense of hip hop. I think from the beginning, like he said, has like this is where we come from as a culture. It's machismo, man. It's a macho thing.
Bravado.
Right, it's a bravado thing. It's competitive and everything like that. And from the root of it, we set up points of competition on basing cats as like sissies, or and then grabbing like basing your points off of grabbing females. You know what I'm saying? We put that into our culture, but the culture as it is today, like they stuff it down your throat. You know what I'm saying? All right, you got Empire. You know what I mean? Fine example. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from what I saw.
Look, the sheer timing of the first gay couple being on that Love and Hip Hop, and the timing of Empire, with that being like a prevalent portion of their subject matter. That timing is not coincidence, man.
Yeah. Well, see, I never watched Empire, so what's the deal with Empire?
I don't know. I don't watch that.
I'm gonna say with Empire. I
don't watch that food, but there's a character on there who's.
Oh yeah. It's an open thing. Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, like hip hop right now, like coming from much like I guess, how would I say? I mean, right now it's so broad and open. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the culture has like grown, and I don't even want to say evolved. I mean, it has grown to derive into like different, just
I wouldn't say decrease either, because I feel like right now it's some of the greatest music being made in our time.
Well,
it's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that too.
So?
Yeah,
I believe that too, but it's just not prevalent.
I feel like the music.
Well, yeah, not the mainstream.
I believe that too. Yeah,
not that mainstream bullshit.
Yeah,
no,
it's not prevalent.
I like Tiger, and all those guys. And I feel like they're taking hip hop to a place that it never could be. Mm-hmm. You got Tiger with Kylie Jenner, putting music in places that our music will never be.
You ain't got to address that right there.
You know what I mean?
I'm
not asking you to address it, but I'm asking you to look at it from a growing the culture standpoint.
Right.
Do you think that a KRS-One would ever have the ability to link up with a Kylie Jenner?
Of course he wouldn't, because and that's not because KRS-One is inferior to a Tiger. It's only because of the time frame that they existed in. So the art form hadn't been elevated to that platform yet. You're talking a pioneer, a space where a pioneer is trying to launch something.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's like it's different.
When the KRS-One was out, there wasn't Nicole Kidman. Am I right or wrong?
Of course there were,
so
but
it was Will Smith, and he grabbed Jada, right?
But at the same token,
so it could be done, right?
Yeah. But at the same token, no, he can't. He can't because at the same token, the doors, when the doors open, man, the doors have to be opened by somebody, and the doors ain't being opened by us. So for anybody to do anything collaboratively with another artist or another individual who's calling himself an artist these days, or celebritant or whoever it is, that's because the industry's opening the door for him, man. So the art form is only the art form, man. Hey, we can do things with it without them.
One second. You look at the Kardashians, right? Mm-hmm. Most people say they famous off of giving head, right? The Kardashians have the longest standing reality TV show in reality history. Does that not stand for something? They have all types of clothing lines, all types of jewelry lines, all types of books, all types of stores.
You know what that sounds like?
Stand for
it does. It stands for marketing. It stands for marketability.
But
And it has nothing to do with the slut. It has nothing to do with the slut quality of Kim, although it does have a lot to do with it. But it's not just solely Kim Kardashian.
Why can't we give those girls those props though?
Why give them their props?
Them girls make about $40 million a piece themselves.
Hey.
Why can't we give them their props?
You see. Here's the
what.
props. Here's the props, and it's all propaganda, and that's why I can't give them the props because it's all fucking propaganda. It's all to just make people. It's propaganda. Propagandizing mindsets here to make people think that it's all about the money. So Kim Kardashian, blew herself up off of a fucking sex tape, right? And her dad actually, which is how they got the money in the first place. Her dad was on the OJ defense team.
Yeah.
Which most people don't give credence to. So that's how they got the money in the first. They already had money.
Don't forget about
so
the
it wasn't
major
about the
pimp.
money, man. It's like, come on, man.
Don't forget it, because you giving Kim all these props, but you never then gave her mom those props.
Yeah.
She the one that needs to give them props.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kris Jenner is a great manager, great manager.
So I mean, but she's 85. Kim is 15.
Yeah, Kim like 10.
No, I say they both 85. I'm gonna say both 15.
No.
They
Kim
both
is 85.
15.
Kim is 85. Chris is 15. Think about it.
What I'm asking you.
Look.
Let me ask this.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. She might actually be 15, and I'm tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you can take a motherfucker like Kanye West, who I thought was brilliant, and who is, for all intents and purposes, from his art standpoint, a brilliant individual. But if you could take a great thinker like a Kanye West, and this dude had a brain at one point, but if you can take him and you can have him start bragging about my girl made it because of a sex tape and blah, like he's bragging about this shit like it's a big deal and it's right, then you might be right, man. She might be fucking 15.
Wow.
Let me ask you this, and I want to end on this. Would the Kardashians be different if the Kardashians was Erykah Badu?
You motherfucking right they would. They wouldn't even exist. So that's why I said it's propaganda, because now Kim made it on a sex tape, but how many sex tapes were released after that or dropped after that? So everybody thinking that's the way to come up, man. It's fucking crazy. It's retarded, man. It's crazy, man. It's all propaganda, man.
I guess a lot of people don't know that Kim Kardashian was already a six-figure money earner from her business of cleaning closets and rearranging closets.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
they already had money.
So they was already playing in Calabasas.
They already had money, man. So it wasn't about the sex tape, but it's marketing now after the fact.
All right.
And it's
Erykah Badu had money too.
Yeah, and still got money.
Still got money.
When you all types of next to me, is destiny.